Yes, back to the video and with a special announcement. You know, it's been kind of a while since I made this video. As a matter of fact, the last time I was in the video, well, despite other two uploads I did, it was about 3 weeks ago, and almost a month. And I hope you didn't notice. I'm gonna make this one real quick. So apparently there's gonna be some new changes on YouTube starting next week Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. On Tuesday, December 10th, which is in the next 6 days, there will be some changes on the YouTube platform, and they trying to make it kids friendly. Now, the real reason why they make it kids friendly is because, don't get me wrong, I see some lot of disturbing shit on YouTube, and not to mention the channels because I'm not going to involve with them, but this is involved with the YouTube platform, and they announced it about a couple months ago that on December 10th there will be some changes on the YouTube platform because they're trying to make it kids friendly. And don't get me wrong, there's like half of YouTube channels are meant for kids, and there's some other channels that aren't meant for kids, but at the same time they are targeting young people. And just for an instance, like for example, you know the vape thing, like they've been doing their best to get rid of the vaping thing because a teenager actually died from smoking one of their vapors, and I think there was an older man, a person that is 30 years old, who died due to the vaping thing. So they are doing their best to keep away young kids from the vaping, which is a very good thing because the last thing that the young kids in today's society need is smoking vape, which is not for kids, they're adults. So it's very good to be back on the platform because I was about to announce it. I was going to announce the video last week because of the changes of the platform of YouTube, and because there was something wrong with this camera phone, so I'm gonna do my best to explain it. Well, I already explained it. So okay, so there's gonna be a lot of interesting stuff that's gonna be happening in 2020. As you may know, this is the final month to close out 2019, but it's also the final month to close out the decade. Which you may know, 2019 is the final year of the 2010s, because the 2020, which is happening in the next few weeks, does beginning a new decade, which means there's going to be a whole lot of new stuff coming our way for the 2020s. And I guarantee you, and one more thing before I go, remember the CNN special where they make the 80s decades that made us, and then the 90s, and then they make the 2000s, the generation that makes us. I have a feeling like around, I say like next year in 2020, everything that happens from the beginning of 2010 to the end of 2019, they're gonna do a documentary of the 2010s because they already did it for they did it for 1980, they did it for 1990, they did it for 2000s, and now they're gonna do the documentary for the 2010s. I don't know if that show definitely happened, but I don't know the month. So the 2010s, can't believe it, but we're near the end of the decade, and we're about to start a new one because every time we're about to end a decade, which is the 10-year mark. Well, here's the thing, because when we get to the 9th year, we're about to reach the end of that decade, and when the new chapter begins, such as the 2020s, it's gonna be a whole new thing. So, well, I'm gonna end the video before I bore everybody to death, and in case in point, I might switch jobs by the end of the year because the current team I'm in right now, it was terrible. It was flat out terrible. and I can't take it anymore. So I'm gonna be leaving that team for 2019. But before I leave that team, I gotta do some few things first before I leave. And this is the final month to end the year, so I'm gonna see to it. And also, before I forget, I'm gonna be in 4, maybe 5 events. So I'm gonna narrow it down to dates. So I Feel NYC has 2 last events for 2019. Tickets for that event is available. So for Sunday, December 8th, is gonna be Thank You for Being You, the holiday edition, which is December 8th. Then 5 nights after that, it's gonna be on Friday the 13th, which is the Black Cat Den. This is gonna be their final event for 2019, and I just found out on Facebook that they're hosting the event for June or May, I think, but that's gonna be happening early summer 2020. And Saturday, December 14th, I'm gonna be at Terminal 5 for the World Slime Tour, Snails. And actually, this is gonna be a year since I ever been to Terminal 5, because I've been to Terminal 5 twice. One for the Ascension Paradox Tour, and that was a year before Apex. And then 9 months later, it was Millennium 2.0 Awakening Tour. And yes, it's almost been a year since I've been to Terminal 5, and I haven't done a mini movie about it. There are some pictures you can check out on Instagram, Galaxy X29 and Galaxy WS30. Yes, I got 2 accounts, so you can check them both out. Or check one of them. And I will go to another event at the same night on December 14th. So I'm gonna keep that as a mystery. And there's one final event to close out 2019, and that's going to be at Studio Ram Bar and Lounge for the New Year's Eve party, and that's going to go down on Tuesday, December 31st. So tickets for that event is available until December 14th, because that'll be their final. So this is Galaxy Douglas X. So hopefully the next video, as a matter of fact, the on-stream video, the next time I do a one-on-one video will be the final video of 2019, and it will probably be like the final week of 2019. I guarantee you, it's probably going to be the week before New Year's, and I'm going to be doing my best moments of 2019. You know what? Kind of think about it, because the final week of 2019, I'm going to be doing some best moments for 2019. I'm going to talk about the best stuff and the worst stuff. But you know what? I'm going to talk about the worst stuff in 2019 before I even get to the best part, because you got to get the worst stuff out of the way before you talk about the best stuff. So this is Galaxy X, and I am conking out. See you in the next video.